What is happening, Crocodile? My name is Drei and I like coffee. Now, who am I kidding? I absolutely love coffee.
Coffee has definitely become somewhat of an essential for me. I love the smell of it, the taste of it, and of course, I love brewing coffee at home. Now, of course, there is a good amount of stuff that goes into coffee brewing, one of which is knowing how much coffee and how much water you'll need for that coffee. Now, granted, you could use other ways of measuring. You could use a coffee scoop or a spoon. And I mean, if you really wanted to, I guess you could use your hands. And for your water, I guess you could just use the same cup every time.
But of course, if you're gonna wanna have a more consistent and arguably better cup of coffee, and generally overall better brewing experience, then you're probably gonna wanna get a scale. And I know it can sound pretty intimidating having to buy all this new equipment just to brew your cup of coffee, and there are definitely a lot of different choices when it comes to coffee scales, some affordable ones and some not so affordable ones. And I know some of us just want a good budget scale. And with that being said, don't worry, your boys got you. In this video, I'm going to be doing a review and comparison of two of the more popular budget scales. And speaking of budget, these two scales do come in at around 700 pesos or around $14. And of course, I am talking about this scale, which for the purposes of this video, we will be calling the green scale. You'll see why later. And this scale, which a lot of people have lovingly dubbed the hello scale, which again, you'll see why later. We'll be talking about build quality, aesthetics, and overall performance. So without further ado, let's get into it.
First off, the green scale. Build quality wise, it does feel pretty solid. For the weigh pan, you get a basic flat surface here. And for the body, you get a pretty basic scale shape with the exception of this section here. Now, I don't know why you would need this area here. I guess for better grip, if you want to whack something with your scale, don't whack anything with your scale. It does have some rubber feet here as well. And when it comes to batteries, it does run on two AAA batteries. And it is important to note that neither of these scales ship with batteries, but they do both run on AAAs, so just grab yourself some AAA batteries as well when you purchase either one of these scales. The screen/interface looks okay. The green scale does have tactile buttons, and they actually do require a decent amount of force to press them. And here you got mode, start and stop for your timer, tare, and your on and off button. And here you get timer and weight. And of course, you do get a nice rubber pad as well. I personally like the look of it and how it attaches. You have these lips here on either side, and those basically just keep it in place while it's on the scale. Now, turning it on, you do get a decently loud beep, and this is why I call it the green scale. Now, off the bat, I'll tell you right now, I don't like the look of the screen. Definitely gives off a very cheap look and vibe, and generally the green light just isn't very pleasant to the eyes. Functionality wise, you got your on and off here, of course, and the mode button here switches the unit of measurement. And you got a timer that works pretty well. One press to start. One press to stop. And then just hold it down to reset it. Now for the hello scale. Build quality wise, I think it's pretty solid as well for the price. And speaking of the weigh pan, it does have this little groove at the back. Now from a design perspective, I don't really know why it's there, but if you do, then let me know in the comment sections below. Aesthetically though, it does fit the look and vibe of the overall scale. Shape-wise, it does have a more angular and modern look, which I definitely do like. Over on the bottom, you also get some rubber feet. And then for the batteries, the hello scale does run on 3 AAA batteries. Now for the screen/interface, I think it looks really nice, especially considering its price range. Definitely looks more expensive than it actually is. I love how the whole screen is just this glossy black. Granted, it will develop little scratches pretty easily, but nothing all too bad. Now the hello scale doesn't have tactile buttons, and instead it does have these capacitive touch buttons. You got your on and off here, your start and stop for your timer, unit, and tare. Turning it on, there is no sound, pretty silent, and this is why it's called the hello scale. I think it's pretty charming. And here you can see that the display just looks fantastic. And again, I love how the whole screen is basically still glossy black, and you get the numbers and text lit up in white. Definitely much more pleasant to the eyes and generally just looks really good. All the buttons work well. The unit here, as you would expect, would let you cycle through grams, ounces, and milliliters. The timer works well too. Tap once to start, tap it again to stop, and then hold to reset. And honestly, I just really like how clean the interface looks. I absolutely love the look of this screen and generally the overall scale. It looks modern and again, just has the looks of a more high-end scale. And of course, the Hello scale also comes with a rubber pad. Design-wise, it definitely fits the look and aesthetic of the scale and it does look nice. Retention-wise, it does just have this one lip on this side, and I kinda do wish that it had another one on the other side as well, just to keep it a little bit more secure while it's on the scale.
Now let's talk performance.
First off, the green scale. Accuracy-wise, let's bring in my calibration weights. I got these off of Shopee for around 200 pesos or around $4. And if you do want to pick up a set for yourself, then I will leave a link in the description box below. First off, the 20-gram weight, then the 10, and then the 5. And as you can see, for a scale of this price range, it's pretty darn accurate. Now for the Hello scale. Again, first the 20-gram weight, and then the 10, and then the 5. So as you can see, also pretty darn accurate. And I will say that the Hello scale is a little bit on the more sensitive side when it comes to scales.
And now for the last bit of testing performance, I will be simulating a brew, and we're going to be taking a look at how fast each scale registers the weight. For the purposes of this video, because I don't want to waste any coffee, I'll just be taking my gooseneck kettle and be pouring some water into my V60.
First off, the green scale, let's turn it on. Put on our V60, tare, and let's pour. Off the bat, you will notice that there is a little bit of the delay, but nothing really all too bad. And now for the Hello scale. Again, turning it on. Hello, V60 on, tare, and let's pour. Now there is also a little bit of a delay on the Hello scale, but to me it does feel a little bit quicker as compared to the green scale. Here's a side by side and you decide for yourself. Now don't get me wrong, the green scale is fine and will get the job done, but if given the option between the two, I'd say buy the Hello scale. I think it performs a little bit better. The interface and the aesthetics and really the overall user experience is much more satisfying, and generally I'd say it's a scale that you'd not only be happy to own and use, but be pretty proud to own as well, because let's be honest, it's pretty darn aesthetic, and personally it's what I use every day.
So that about does it for my video and my comparison on these two scales. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I hope I was able to give you some inspiration and some ideas of which scale to get. And of course, if you do want to pick up either one of these scales, I will be leaving links in the description box below. If you like this video, then definitely do smack that like button. It really does help me out a lot. And I'm not just saying that, it really does help me out a lot when it comes to the YouTube algorithm. Do take a couple of seconds, scroll down and click that like button. If you know anybody else who'd love to watch this video or just generally my content, your brother, your sister, your lolo, your lola, your tito, your tita, or anybody else who you think would like my stuff, then definitely do share my stuff to them. If you want to see some cool outfit photos, some geeky stuff, some food, some coffee, then do follow me on my Instagram, that's at JustPlainDrei, and I will be leaving a link in the description box below. And if you're not subscribed yet, come on man, why aren't you subscribed yet? Do subscribe and click the little notification bell so you can be updated every time I upload a new video. Thanks so much for watching guys, stay creative, keep making it until next time, see you later crocodile.